Good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Let everybody join up here. How are we doing? Welcome back. Good to see everyone. Guys, we are up over $1,500 in the automated account. We hit that milestone right now. We're in 2 lot open trades on the M6E that we set up yesterday. This one has been phenomenal. It hasn't, like, since we started it, I don't think it's missed a trade. I don't think it's lost a trade. It only had, I mean, we started it yesterday, so I can say that now. But technically, it hasn't lost a trade. Sorry for the music for people on YouTube. Let me fix that. Make it much less. Well. Good to see you guys. Yeah, so that CL trade that I showed you that we were in yesterday, guys, we're still in that position. The nice part about having a live account is being able to hold the position, letting trades play out. And look, it inevitably chopped around 58.80s. Now it's back in profit. And then, you know, this one, the trend changed a little bit, but that 60H strategy is doing quite well. So we're up on the account 50%, about a week and a half. Fully automated trading. Need to get rid of this. All these alerts. Bring this back. There we go. This, not that strategy, but this one that we talked about yesterday. Why does it seem like this is... There, I'm going to stretch her out a bit more. There. Seems like my window is a little too small there. It's funny. People keep coming in and saying, you know, a bot. I mean, I guess you could say it's a bot, but it's not. Like, in my opinion, it's not. We just have a library of strategies that can trade for you, trade automatically, if you set it up with an alert. So, you know, like this strategy here, this strategy is automated. I guess you could say it. There's a bot within it, but let me sorry, I gotta get rid of some windows from yesterday. The trade's still continuing down. I think that's why we've had a decent few trades there. But we set up this one yesterday. It's taken a few trades already. It's been pretty nice. If you don't know already, or you haven't seen it, we actually on the YouTube right now, I just published a video today on my full setup with these strategies. Okay, so go check it out. It's just the most recent video right there. How to automate futures trading using LuxAlgo AI. That there, it's 42 minutes long. If you don't know what you're doing, that's going to break it down. There's also chapters in that video that if you need to jump forward, like, you know, for risk management and margins or setting up the automation straight from there. But would recommend watching that whole video if you're tuning in from yesterday or, you know, a previous stream and you are really wanting to get set up. That whole video walks you through the entire process. It's on the LuxAlgo YouTube.
I'm not the creator of LuxAlgo, no.
We have a team of developers that are way smarter than me. I just am the guy that demos and promotes and showcases how everything functions. I'm really hoping we could get one of these. We can get a nice push through this high on C. I'll get through the 60s up there. Be nice to get a closure on that somewhere. Yeah, Nathan, I got you, man. Appreciate you guys tuning back in and continuing to tune in every day. Because of that video, I started the process of setting up crypto and forex the other day for automation. So we don't have accounts set up fully yet. We will at some point to set up for automating through like MetaTrader. I'm going to get a MetaTrader account set up so we can show how to do that. But it does work. Yeah, you can get it sent. You can have it send signals if you want it to trade, you know, XAU strategies, or if you want it to trade like GBP USD, if you want it to trade the yen pair with the USD, JPY USD, or USD JPY. All of those are a part of the AI, and you can have it trade. I will at some point showcase what. Oh, I'm in the wrong account. Let me log back in. Hold on one second. But yeah, at some point we'll be able to walk through those the automation setup for like XAU and some different yeah, if you're new in trading, it's good for someone like you as well. Definitely good. Definitely a good one. Just because it kind of negates the full understanding of price action. You don't need the experience really anymore. You can just have the strategy trade for you. What you need, though, is the capability of being understanding how the system sets up. So once you set it up via whichever platform you want to set up automation, you can just maintain. After that, you can just maintain the strategy. That's pretty much what it comes to. You just got to maintain, continuing to find strategies over time that fit, that are currently performing in today's market. Yeah, if you go to the YouTube, I posted one today. There's gonna be even more coming as well. So I would watch it front to back. Jacob USDT. That's right. At the moment, I don't have any props running. We could set up a prop to run. It's not a bad idea. How many prop accounts running right now? Just because, in my opinion, I would rather it run on this. I think I actually have. Let me see if I have an account. I'm gonna leave that one open. Let me see if I have an Apex account that still has a decent amount of drawdown that I could have it set up. Let's see. I think I do. I think I forgot to change. Goodness gracious. I hope this. Does Apex renew on hold on. I have my I gotta pull up my two authentication factor. One sec. To log into my Apex account. Bear with me. It depends on the back test, man. The 5-minute ones, some of them, like it comes down to how far you want to back test. I just show the ones that are performing in today's market because that's all we need. We don't care about how the market was in 2020. We just that doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Hold on, I gotta make sure that my let me see active evals. Accounts history. Sorry, I'm trying to see. Bear on the NASDAQ today. 29. Oh, please. Crap. Hold on. This would make me mad if I forgot to cancel this one. Renewal date. Oh no. No, February 15th. Wait. Hold on. Purchase receipts. Let me see. Sorry, I'm trying to look and see. Crap. Apex got me. I didn't even see that. Hold on. Apex got me with the full account. I didn't even see that. I need to. Oh, you little. Gosh dang it. I'm gonna see if I can get that refunded. This is a good rule of thumb, gents. If you have an Apex account or any accounts, make sure that you don't leave the renewal on. Got charged the $98 on Apex because it got the dang 80% off. That's annoying. All right, we're not going to trade that one because I want to see if they. Does anybody know if they would get if they do refunds? That's something I don't know. Otherwise, I'll just trade it. I mean, it's not that big of a concern, but it's annoying when you can get it at like a major discount. Where do you backtest strategies? The LuxAlgo AI. That's so funny. It's how they get you. Forgot to change mine. I don't want to set up it on that. I was wondering why I had a. We do have an account that still has 1,000 in drawdown. I'll send him a message later. They did get me. All right. So somebody was wondering how. So honestly, let's just go over the if we were to create one for like a prop account. First off, I can go to luxalgo.com/prop-firms. I can go to offers or challenges here. Let's just a lot of people use Apex. You can use code Lux at Apex and get the best discount. Code Lux at any of these and get the best discount. I personally don't like Apex because they don't have end of day drawdown. So I would recommend probably doing like Tradovate or something. You can use the code Lux there as well. Let me see here. Apex always going to give you the best deals. Let's go to. I want to go to Tradovify's challenges. Let me one sec. Oh, hold on. I forgot they changed their plan names. They have the growth and the select. They got rid of the advanced. So if I see these the growth account for, let's do like a 50K. We have that $3,000 limit we have to hit. The daily loss is $1,250, and max loss is $2,000 for the growth 50K. So and it's end of day drawdown. So if I know end of day drawdown 2,000, max daily loss on the growth is, did they change that? It's 1,250. So for a strategy, if I need to find something that's going to fit that, it's not that I have to fit those specific parameters perfectly. I just need to find a strategy that's going to perform day to day. So starting out, I'll probably start with ES. It's a little less volatile than the NQ. So I'm going to say, give me an ES. This is if I were to do prop firm. This give me an ES 5-minute strategy that has a profit factor of at least 2 and has exit conditions and at least 50 trades. If you want to learn my setup for how I've automated this account to trade, you can see it right now on YouTube. Just create a video. All right. Here's a decent one on ES. Let's see if we can get the drawdown a little bit lower. Drawdown, let's say 15%. Decent win rate. 77% win rate is very solid. You can see that it it can endure some larger losses and then run up again, which can be okay. Here you go. This is better. 13%, 128 trades, 79% win rate. That's very good. What is the best win streak? Or let's just say, yeah, winning streak and worst losing streak. I'm gonna see. Let's see what the losing streaks and winning streaks are. Because this is how we're gonna, if we're gonna set up this strategy to trade on like an Apex account or a Tradovate account, more than likely something that has end of day drawdown. I'd rather have that than live intraday drawdown. Then we need to see. So the largest consecutive wins 13. I think it has had. It's saying it hasn't had multiple losses in a row, which is nice. Just to be sure, can you double check to see if there was if so, we can maybe ask the another model too if it's not doing the best. But the nice part is these drawdowns don't seem that bad. You can see the it's saying the average losing trade is $900. And okay. Oh, never back to back. That's very interesting. 26 losing trades, never back to back. That's pretty good. So it's had 120 or 102 winning trades and only 26 losing trades. Let me see something here. The other thing I want to ask is, what was the largest losing trade? Actually, yeah. Because now what we can understand is this is probably the average losing trade here is probably the only reason it's this high is because it probably had one, because it had one very large loss. Let's see if we can do this. This is something that'd be interesting. If you took out this losing trade and then calculated, let's see if we can do this. If you took out the biggest losing trade and then calculated the average losing trade without, what would the average losing trade be? Let's see if it understands that. I mean, AI should understand it, but I don't know if this one can analyze the trades that way. Okay, actually, awesome. Average losing trade becomes 714. So that took it down by $200. It had one or two large losses. The rest of them were very small losses, as you can see here. You can see it on the graph as well. At some point, you'll be able to actually get really in-depth information on the trades with the AI. But for here, yeah, I mean, it's not bad, but like this is getting this down is way better. Like if it was just one, if the reason why that average was so high is because there was one large loss, and that doesn't matter for a prop account, because if we're getting, now we know it can have 13 consecutive wins in a row, and those average winning trades are $647 trading a mini, right? So, if it had 13, trades that were, let's just say on average $647, you're looking at $8,400 in profit. That's way past what we would need to pass an account or even earn a payout if we did like a lightning funded or something. If we did a lightning funded or a straight to funded, let me go back to the LuxAlgo prop firm page. You can get the best deals at luxalgo.com/prop-firms. If we go to the instant here on, let's just say we got a 50K account, you have to hit a, what is it? What is the, let me pull up the details here. Sorry. Tweet payout request, yeah. It is, I think for them it's 3K. Then you can request a payout. Man, I haven't looked at prop firms in a minute. I think it's 3K that you can request a payout. So we would have to have this run to 3K. 13, 647 trades in a row is 8. So it's way past that. So if I wanted to trade one mini, would probably be a little riskier. You'd get, that 13K run. This is trading one micro would give us $4,200. 2 micros would be $8,400 roughly. 3 we're looking at what? 12, yeah. So 12K to trade 3 micros is pretty good over this period of time. The max drawdown with 3 micros would have been, what? This one's 5. It would have been 1,500, which is, I mean, it would have been a little over 1,500 because of the 750, but it still should, it would be right within that 2K max EOD. So it seems like 3 micros would probably be your safest route so far on this specific strategy to trade like a 50K account. What we can also do is we can pull this into TradingView and cross-check some things. I'll show you an XAU one. If you check the description on YouTube right now in this live, you can see all the links as well. Mickey's sharing them there. Or go to the LuxAlgo, LuxAlgo.com or LuxAlgo.com/prop-verbs. Up to 1,500, man. That's awesome. I don't really care to trade props, honestly, because if you think about it, if we grow this account with automation, we started with 1,000, we're at 1,500. I haven't even looked at the report. Let's look at the report real quick. So, okay, it hasn't closed this trade yet. We're up $413 in closed trades. We're up to 1,500, right? We showed about 53% win rate. All the wins, though, have been way greater than the losses. So our profit factor is very, very nice. It should be able to give you that info, right? Is that deviation? Losing trade, $17. Yeah, I think that's what that is. See, you guys are probably smarter than me. Anyway, up $413. Even dumb people can do it. I'm sure I could facilitate these either way, or filter out specific assets. But once this account gets to probably $3,000, I would want to be a little safer. Once we get this account to about $3,000, then we'll probably double our position size. I rather increase risk, or sorry, I rather decrease risk as we increase position, if that makes sense. So starting with $1,000 trading single units, single quantities is, pretty risky in and of itself, starting that low. But once we get to 3K, instead of doubling at 2K, we get to 3K. It's gonna significantly decrease our risk, and also be able to scale at the same time. So from 3K, then we'd probably go to, 6K, and then double potentially, or go to 6 or 7. It'll just depend on the growth process. If it's doing very, very well with little to no drawdown, then we'll increase the quantity size more over time. But that's the nice part, is at first, $500 is insane, honestly. If we were only at $100 now, I'd be like, yeah, we need to probably increase the size. But at first, it's going to be little wins that build the account. But if you think about what we could compound with this at some point, at the end of the year, if this is doing as well as it's doing, I'm not going to say it is, because we're going to be switching out strategies all the time. Yesterday we got rid of the NG strategy. We switched to this specific one, the Euro FX strategy. So we'll be switching out strategies, but if it continues to show growth like this over time, at the end of the year, we could look at an account that has 10 to 20K, if not more, which would be insane if it was more than that. I would say my goal for this would be to hit 10,000. That would be the coolest thing ever. If we could take $1,000 with automation, turn it into 10,000. Now I'm thinking ahead. That would be, I think that's the most realistic goal for an entire year, which would be insane. But seeing what we got here now, I may be too optimistic, because we're going to see how this does as we switch up strategies. But so far, we've seen amazing progress and growth in a single week. It's up 550% on this account. So that is pretty impressive. Let me go back to replicating this on TradingView. you want to try it out, guys, like I said, LuxAlgo.com/chat to get the strategies. I think we have the 50% off sale still going on. Yeah, we do. So you can actually lock in the yearly for $360. I would recommend doing that. So make sure you check that out. Now, how can you trade a $1,000 account when there are no micros? Go watch the video I just posted on YouTube. There are micros. You just have it trade micros. This is trading micros. Watch the YouTube video. I explain how you can get it to trade micros. You can get this AI at LuxAlgo.com/chat. I would recommend signing up for the yearly, because otherwise you're going to pay out the ass for paying monthly. I like side swapping strategies, Brandon, for a live account, because that I explained why in more detail on the on that video I just posted on YouTube. Go watch it. It's 42 minutes if you're serious. I just posted. It's how to automate strategies on TradingView, or not TradingView. How to automate strategies with LuxAlgo AI on Tradovate. The reason I like side swapping is because the strategies, right, are trading with how the current market is, or I guess you could say the current price action. I could say trending, but not all markets are trending at the moment. A lot of them are back and forth. But with side swapping, when you see a return strategy, right? This one has exit conditions. It's pretty solid. You could do that. But with side swapping, it's going to give you potentially better results, because all that it meets in the criteria for exiting a position is that the opposite trade occurs, right? So if it's been performing very well in this market, like this ES1 here, but this one does have exit conditions. Let me go back to the, I can't pull them. 60, like this one, yeah. Oh, this one has exit conditions too. The exit condition ones are good. I'm not saying don't use those. I like the side swapping ones because they can be held like, they're held like swings. They're not looking for an exit, right? So if a market hits a stride and it's in a long or a short, it can run and be held for a lot longer period of time than ones with exit conditions, if that makes sense. So like when since it's been performing in this market, right? It's been doing well, 73% win rate. This is the one we have trading right now. Then there can be times where it'll run up and follow the current bullish trend properly, or follow the current bearish trend properly, or it's bullish conditions or it's bearish conditions here. It's gonna follow that in the way that it wants to, right? Or the way that it has been, and not have to worry about exiting until the opposite occurs. So it's more so thinking of it as like a swing trader mindset. And we all know that swing trading is way more profitable than day trading. But sadly, this is, in my opinion, you can consider this day trading, because some of the positions are closed quicker and, less frequent. And then sometimes some of them, like this one on the CL, is held much longer. But see how we endured a little bit of drawdown here, but inevitably it liked the idea that with that strategy that it had a possibility of it reversing, right? So if this was to follow exit conditions, it may have like exited like here or like here or something, even though it's still there. But now, because it doesn't have exit conditions, I have the capabilities of it running and being swung back up into the 62s or higher, which is nice. And for me so far, that's performed the best. I haven't been able to Brandon, for now, I would say that yes. I don't have an exit condition strategy set up on my account. I'm going to stick with what's been working, and that's not doing the exit condition ones. But like this strategy here, this one that has exit conditions has done very well, right? Like it's shown a lot of increase. The ones with exit conditions, you will get more trades. So like if that's exciting to you to have more trades, then you will with the exit conditions because it'll close and enter positions more. But notice this here, all right? A lot of the ones with exit conditions, and this makes a lot of sense for why the exit conditions are. The average winning trade is 139 versus losing is $213. So this one loses a little more, or loses a little more money per trade because of the exit conditions. If you go back and you go to the other one, this one has roughly the exact same as losing trades, but it has the 73% win rate. So it's winning more than it's losing. And when it does win, it's winning as much as it loses. But it's winning almost 3 times as much as it's losing. And so the average winning trade is way greater, and so it's going to push that account further in a better way. Versus the other one, you have to win. It would have to win 2 trades to make up for the average loss. But that one did have a 77% win rate, and I think like roughly 2 profit factor. It might have been. Let me see. That one was actually pretty decent. 2.39, so it's a little bit lower on the profit factor, but the win rate's better. So I mean, because these go hand in hand, right? But you'll notice this would have to win twice to at least make up for the average losing trade for the most part. All right, so the one with, you know what? Actually, this one, I'm going to pull this one back up. Let me pull this one back up because this would be actually a good one to have it trade on a prop firm. What was the ES one? That was this one. Average losing trade was 900. We can have this trade 2 minis. Yeah, so this was the one that has the exit conditions. The nice part is the average losing trade is this, so we could have it trade 2 minis. We wouldn't have to worry about having it trade micros. I could follow this as well. Okay, yeah, let's see here. For the time being, I'm going to put it up against that one Apex. I have an Apex account that still has some drawdown in it. Has only 1,000 left. I'll put it on that and see how it does. See if it can recover that account. This other one, I want to try to get my money back on. I didn't realize that. Oh, by the way, if you have questions, make sure to join the Discord, guys. I'm happy to chat, and I update you on like trades that my my automation's taking. Go to the discord.gg/lux, or just Google search LuxAlgo Discord. No, CL's dropping. How's MNG doing today? Let's see, the last MNG entry that I didn't remember, I paused it. Oh, this would have been in a short. It was at 5:15 this morning. So that MNG one would have been in a short from here. From this, would have been in a pretty nice trade right now if I let it go. The last one was a short. I think it was trading so sideways yesterday. Should have let it ride. Just kidding. It's fun to switch out the strategies, especially when you find better ones. Right now, we're still using up 72% of our initial margin, so we're gonna. All right, so this one we're gonna set up with the prop account. Wait, hold on. I have to. Log into my Traders Post. I have checked out the different ones that you're saying there. The copper, platinum. Yeah, there are a lot of strategies. We have a lot of strategies for every asset. I haven't checked them out recently though. We should definitely check them out. I'm gonna set this one up real quick. Again, if you want the full automation setup for Tradovate, I just posted a video on YouTube that breaks it down from start to finish. But if I want to set up automation for any strategy, this one specifically, I'm going to have it trade on an Apex account. You need to create a new alert with a webhook here. I'm going to just call it 6E. I mean, we already know it's 6E, but this one's actually going to trade the minis because they are less risque. I'm going to go to my Traders Post. You can get a discount at traderspost.com if you use the code LUX. Futures, auto submit, save. That one's good. I need the webhook link. Paste that there. Now I'm going to go to the LuxAlgo documentation under resources, docs. I'm going to hit webhooks. I'm going to scroll to the bottom. I'm going to copy the futures for futures here. Go back to LuxAlgo AI, paste the payload in. Now again, if you wanted to trade micros, all you have to do is put an M right here. Trade micros. But we're going to have it trade minis. We want to trade 2 minis because the risk should line up with 2 minis. I'm going to go ahead and hit create. So now I'm done with the LuxAlgo side. From here, I got to go to subscriptions. I can go here, subscriptions, new subscription. I'm going to select this one. And we want this to trade on the Apex 28 account. So I'm going to create that there. Make sure it's futures enabled, auto submit. We want it to auto trade, of course. We haven't traded the 28 account. That's one with the 1,000 drawdown. Both sides allow side swapping. Market orders, and then save. Enable. All right, so that is currently trading on the Apex account. What do you see? That's going to trade on that Apex account. That's how quick it is. This say one of the old strategies we set up as an example. All right, so that 6E strategy is going to run on there. We go to alerts. Yeah. This one still trading? Yeah, it is. But yeah, so now what's going to happen is this, I have it set up now. It's going to send a signal through Traders Post to my Apex account. And it's going to place a trade on this Apex account. We're going to see how that trades. We are going to have it trade two of the 60Hs on that strategy there. This one's down to about $1,000 in drawdown. So we'll put it up against a new one once I get my money back for paying premium on this 29 account. Then we'll buy another one. I just don't want to use it yet because I know they'll be like, well, you use the account. We can't give you a refund. Maybe I'll get lucky. Can LuxAlgo create a trading bot for MT5? Yes. You can. Well, you can set up automation. I wouldn't call it. I guess you could call it a trading bot, but that's not the term I would use. But yes. What would I search for, or what are the names? Is the performance good or better than ones being talked about live? What do you mean on the? Oh, are there LuxAlgos? That's all it uses, man. All it uses is LuxAlgo indicators. It uses just premium indicators. So this one takes a long when there is a strong bearish confirmation and the bearish smart trail. So this is an inversion strategy. So because of the, I'm assuming because of the market currently on the euro, because the market is in these aggressive like it's not in, it's chopping, right? But it's trend chopping, which means it has these short-term trends over a month. And so this strategy specifically works nicely with that for some reason. Don't ask me why, but it does. So that's, yeah. And this one's actually very good just because of the 5% drawdown. So this one actually should do pretty good on a prop account. We'll see how it does. Can you go through the Bitcoin strategy you have there? Sure. There's a lot of Bitcoin strategies. Why don't we, let's, wait, no. Did I save it? It's gonna be bad or I didn't save it. There's one we found the other day. This one's good. Wealth charts are Quant Tower compatible. You would have to find a third party that could facilitate trades to those platforms. This one specifically, Trader's Post, what I use, has Tradovate and all that. There's another platform called like Signal Stack. Let's see. They have TradeStation, Optimus, MetaTrader, Iron Beam, and C Trader. Oh, yo, Brad. There you go, C Trader. Here was that Bitcoin one that we had. This one. Wow. This one's had 491 trades and has done phenomenal. Let me see. The profit factor is 1.7, so you're gonna have, it's gonna be like a win. It's gonna be like win loss win 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 loss loss win 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 loss loss win win loss. What are the what is the biggest winning streak? Right now, we do have a discount, longest losing streak, max one loss in a row. So, no consecutive wins. So, yeah, this one's like all over the place. It's like win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, 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 win. No consecutive wins, which is interesting. Even with the growth. So, when it wins, it must win bigger. It wins big. It wins more than it loses. That's all that matters. Let's that one though. Let's see. There's some. This one's that's the same one. Silver strategy. Silver or gold. Any metal. Bro, we were just going over these. Why don't you tune into the stream earlier? Just kidding. I mean, we could do silver futures. This one was insane. Just recently. And then the, I got a ton of XAU strategies. Actually, I haven't checked our GC today. How's the GC doing? GC's up. This one's been a little back and forth. Here's our gold. This one's had its trades have been a little back and forth, but today it's up, which is nice. We were up to, I think the highest we were at is $6,500 on this account. We're at 59 right now, so I think it had a loss recently. Had a 400. Okay, I had back-to-back losses. A $400 loss and a $300 loss. But nice part is its winners are way bigger. This strategy's been nuts though since the whole gold thing. This one's up $3,100. 57% win rate. That's finally in line. It's finally in line with the actual strategy. Can you go through and show how to apply strats to TradingView? Yeah. So, give me the asset you want to apply it. Aaron, it's actually not as complex as you think. He said start with silver. Here's that silver strategy. This one was the one we were looking at the other day that just mooned recently because of the silver movement. Hold on 1 second. I want to see if we support the silver pair. I know we have silver futures. XAG. Okay. Let's look at an XAG. Give me a profitable XAG USD strategy that trades the 5-minute chart and has at least 50 trades with a profit factor of 2 or more. In stock, you want SLV? Let's do forex first. I mean, it's all the same. We'll do forex, and then the SI strategy. I just showed you a futures version. That's pretty good. %63% win rate, has a 3.8 profit factor. How about right? Let me see here. I don't know. That one's been pretty good. It's had a big win recently because of the move it had. Let me replicate one of these, yeah, for Laszlo there. How about one with a win rate? Let's just say 70%. Let's see if it has a 70% win. Then I got you, brother. I will get you a strategy. I'll get you hooked. Oh, back up 1,500. Let's go. Let's get it. Good heavens. Yeah, I don't like the average losing trade. Even though it is 88%. But you do hit some drawdowns there. Yeah, that one's not my style. Looks like that silver strategy was the best. And that one's pretty good. 95, that's insane. Let me see. How about one with at least 100 trades and the win rate over 50%? Profit factor of 1.5 or greater. My brain's not working. I said greater with an ER because I want to test the AI. Okay, but you gain money long term with this. Yes, sir. You can set up automation for these strategies. Like I've had this account trade automation for about this month, really. This is a real money account for this month. We're up $413 today. We're up another $77, so about 50% on the account in less than a month. We'll see how she goes. There we go. That's getting a little better. Man, these... Whoever got me looking up silver, man, there's some weird spikes to the downside. What the heck does a silver chart look like? I have not looked at the silver chart recently. Holy moly. I haven't looked at it the past week. I just kept going. I know it went crazy from all the news, but like, I haven't looked at the actual like bar chart. That's insane. Like, look at the weekly on this. Oh, hello. This looks like Bitcoin. This looks like Bitcoin in its prime. XAU as well. XAU obviously is just... We were used to XAU doing that. It's so funny. Make US a copy trade by account? You could control the... You could have a safety net on drawdown if you want. But in my opinion, screw the drawdown, screw putting a stop in, because if a strategy is performing in the current market, it's going to continue to perform. All you have to do is make sure you're not a complete degenerate and you over risk yourself. But again, I know there's a lot of you out there that want to be a complete degen and you're like, all right, let's just gamble on this and let it ride. It's like, I know that the strategies that are trading this account, the largest loss on that strategy was like, I think $300 on both of those strategies. And it was only one time. The average loss, I think, was like, I don't know. I have to go back and look at it, but maybe like $50 to $60 or lower than that. I think it was like $20. So like, it was in a blue moon, yeah. But like, if we're going to... It's very rare, is what I would say. So long as you have your risks set up properly. That's pretty much what I would tell you. That's what I would tell you. That you don't have to worry about having a hard stop or anything. But you could do that. You could totally do it. Yes, let's replicate one. Let's get to that point. I'm trying to answer as many questions and do as many things as possible. Let's replicate one on TradingView. Let's do a... Give me an asset. What asset do you guys want to replicate on TradingView? I would try, in my opinion, this is what I'm doing. Now, you're going to see if I suffer for it or not. If you tune into the daily live streams, you'll see how my account does on this. What I'm doing is I'm going to let the strategy trade for me. Once I see it underperforming, I'm going to just change the strategy. There's probably in the next year going to be times where we do hit a pretty like we hit our biggest loss. We're always going to have that point where we hit a biggest loss. But so long as our account is growing at a steady pace like this, then like if I took a $200 loss right now, we're still pretty solid. And that's why I think having multiple strategies trading together is really good too, because the probability of both of them having max loss or max drawdown is very slim with multiple. So, you know, you can endure a couple little, you know, double losers and double winners like we have right now, and you should be fine, no problem, in my opinion. In my opinion. Now, again, we launched this back in November, right? So this is only like automation, all this kind of setting up has only been running for a few months for being able to do that. So that's why I say tune into the lives to continue to see the progress and how you can grow an account. But, you know, oh, GC. We just had a new GC trade. Is it this one? Reload this one because I guess it was a different GC. I can pay for less fees if I want. Let's see how many fees for this I've had. I've paid $74 in trade fees and commission, which is, you know, that's a decent amount of money. But what I can do, I'm not paying for a subscription. Let me make sure this isn't giving any personal information. Hold on. Here you go. Here you go. Oh, actually, I should probably do this. So under subscriptions here, I'm not paying per month for this. I could pay $100 a month. We'll see. At the end of this month, if I've paid over $100 in fees, I may pay and I may calculate to see if my commission would be better. But then you could also at some point do this lifetime. It's a one-time payment, and then you get your micro fees down to 9 cents, which is actually quite nice. So like, we'll see in the end. Like if we can run up an account, with and pay this off by just the profits we made, because you can do that on here. I can just click this and pay it off with the profits. Then we'll just do that, and then my commissions are completely like, look at the difference between what I'm paying now per micro. 35 cents per micro versus 9 cents if I were to lock in, if I were to pay that lifetime. So the end goal would be to pay that to save like a buttload of money. Yeah. All right. Let's convert it. You guys are distracting me. You guys did you give me an asset? He said NQ and Bitcoin. Let's do a bit. Let's just bring over a Bitcoin strategy. I'm going to do another one. So the prompt I like to use for Bitcoin is give me or any asset. You already know it if you've been here before. Give me a BTC strategy that trades the 5-minute chart, has at least a 2 profit factor and 50 trades. What do you mean on lifetime? What if something happens? I don't understand. That's just the fee structure. You're paying that $1,500 to have your fees down to 9 cents per micro, which is so good. Honestly, at the moment, we're not really gonna be worried about that one. How do you see something? Trades. Oh, wait, this failed. This that trade failed there on this. I'm gonna buy back 2. That's why I would always recommend, keep a good eye on your trades, because there can be times that there's a failure, like there's a glitch in Tradovate system or something. Now, if you're doing a live account, you're probably better off, but it failed to exit an open position and enter a new one. So this is why you could have it retry. You could set it up for retries, but just understanding it as well is good. So I could just manually do it there, and then the next one should auto close. Or I could click retry here. But I'll just do it myself. Oh, okay. All right, let's just replicate this one, right? So if I wanted to replicate this Bitcoin strategy, the first thing you need to understand when you replicate Bitcoin or replicate anything is that TradingView calculates their own candles from their data feeds. They have their own calculation in how the candles run, especially on futures, because they have their own continuous futures calculation. So it's not going to be exact because every platform runs their data differently, right? It can be very, very close. We'll see if we can get this Bitcoin one to line up here. Sometimes it can be on the complexity of the strategy. This one is super simple. This one should copy over no problem. So this one only uses the backtester for the signals and overlays. So I'm going to go on here. I'm literally, what you can do, make it a breeze, is you can just copy this. Boop. Go into TradingView, paste it in, click it, add it to that chart, and then you can go back, and then you just have to copy this because it just needs the script for it. So you paste that in. I'm going to do entire history for now. Hit OK. See if it lines up. Now, notice there's 0 trades. What happened? Oh, no, it's not working. I'm going to freak out, and I'm going to just spam support because I don't know what I'm doing. Well, did you follow the 5-minute? No. You got to click the 5-minute chart. Now let's see if it works. There you go. So there we go. This specifically on TradingView. Let's see. Let's look at the statistics now. 55K. Now this one's been starting since November 7th. This one here I have since December 8th. So this one has 27 trades. Now I am a cheapo, and I don't want to pay for preview on TradingView because I don't use TradingView much anymore because of the automation. So what we'll do is go back and calculate based on, what was that start? December 8th. Let's do that. Can you give me the overall trade stats since December 8th? Make sure you understand that. All right. Tag contract, micro contracts, or mini contracts. 70% win rate. This one had a 70% win rate. So I mean, it comes down to your strategy. I mean, it's as simple as it gets. Yes, yes. Hello, ABC. Do you automate using TradingView? No. Why would I want to automate using TradingView? To me, that's so silly. If this is the strategy, and I can send the same exact webhook signal from the platform it's been backtested on, this backtest here on my screen on LuxAlgo AI, if I want to automate that, why the heck would I want to automate it from TradingView? I want it to come from the source. I don't want it to come from a replicated version. I want it to be that. I want it to be the exact same. So I'm gonna have it from here. I'm gonna take it from the LuxAlgo platform. This, in my opinion, the only reason to bring it over to TradingView is if you want to get super quant, like killer, and you're like a beast, or maybe a degen that thinks there's a better strategy in there somewhere, and you want to get all complex with it and add different take profits and stop losses and all that craziness in here. I'm not that way. I don't want to waste my time and sit here and be like, okay, I just want to connect this and have it trade. That's it. See ya. Let it auto trade. I'm not gonna worry about TradingView. Okay. It's interesting. It has the win rate at 32%. Net profit 22,591. 22,119. What was the average weight trade? 800. I don't think that win rate's right. Average weight trade 1,400 versus 739. I think it calculated the win rate wrong. GPT, what are you doing? Because the net profit's right. Wait, that would make sense for the opposite, I think. Yeah. So yeah, that lines up fine. I don't know why the win rate's there. It should be opposite. So it should be 72 or whatever. 78%. No, sorry. 68%. If there's that net profit. I think it just calculated it upside down. But that's GPT. That's classic AI, like having a brain fart. You can use Grok if you want, if you think like it's not understanding as well. But this does line up. But that's for the Bitcoin one. We could go over, let's go over another one that we could pull over to TradingView. Should we pull? Let's pull the crazy one. Somebody messaging me? Yeah. Let's pull the crazy one over. The 100% win rate we saw on CL. And look at that one. That's the one another one I always like to pull up because it's just an example of like having multiple toolkits to have to run. This thing is still going though, which is interesting. 98% win rate. But very large drawdown. This uses GPT. If you don't understand what that means, that pretty much every third-party AI that's being created is using some type of model inside its database. So we offer 3 options, but most AIs are going to be using either GPT or Gemini or Grok. They're going to use those base models to run their analysis and data. Okay. So yeah, let's just replicate this one real quick. So same thing here. Just copy this, right? And we're going to pull up CL. We're going to make sure it's on the 5-minute time frame. We're going to go to indicators, paste this first because that's what it wanted us to do. Then we're going to go to this oscillator matrix. You just copy it, right? Paste it over so you have it exactly. Bam. Got both those up. Somebody do. Now from here, what you got to do is you got to go into the backtester. It's going to say enable relevant features, right? On the oscillator. All it uses for the oscillator is the money flow. Since it only uses the money flow, that is default feature. We don't have to enable anything. We just got to make sure it shows on the chart. As long as it's showing on the chart. You can see it as well down here. You can see what it uses for the indicator. This one uses money flow. That's from the oscillator. So yeah, from there I can copy this over TradingView if I want to get all fancy with it. Entire history, and then you got to make sure you connect the Lucid connector right here. So Lucid make sure that's right. Oscillator matrix. And then from there, let's see how it did because it's had that drawdown. So there you go. Hallelujah! Look at him, 92%. Now again, you're like, oh, the AI said 90. The AI said 98%. You're wrong. Well, that's for the 50 trades since October 2nd. I am a cheapskate and I don't want to pay for TradingView Premium because I don't really use TradingView anymore because I don't have to. But mine's from November 25th. So just check your back tested date for when it was. This one had, the most recent one was the biggest drawdown. $3,500 was his biggest drawdown. Before that, the biggest drawdown was $1,900, $1,000. But it was doing great. It was streaking quite nicely. These strategies, like I was mentioning before, can be really good for prop firms. Because over time, if they're going to have streaks like this, like look, this had a run up from $0 to, what was the peak? $4,800 in P&L. So it went to $4,800 from November to January, trading one CL mini. The largest drawdown it had was $1,900, and that was when it was at $3,900 in cumulative P&L. So you would have passed an account or earned a payout 15 trades in right here. And the largest drawdown before a payout on a 50K account you would have endured was like 1,000. So here, right, once you earn that payout, your immediate R to R goes through the roof. You can fail that account and have no problemo, right? You can fail that account and have no problemo. it doesn't really matter at that point because you earn that payout. It paid for the actual account plus some because of the whatever. So you just wait for the strategy to streak again. You just pay for accounts until it streaks again, pretty much. I work for LuxAlgo. DXY. I can't remember if we have any DXY strategies on here. I don't think we do we? No. We don't have DXY. I'm sorry, brother. These are all the forex ones we have. Good, sir. Good, sir. All right, let's go back to our account. I'm curious. Where's my account? Where's my account? Where's my account? Where's my account? Where did it go? There we go. Oh, is this one going lower? Yeah, it is. Oh, my back hurts. What if you want to backtest it more? Then you can pay. How much is it now for whatever premium? If you want to backtest it more on TradingView, just when you bring it in here, you just have to pay for more TradingView. I could do entire history if I paid for premium, but I don't really feel like spending what is it, like $100 a month for premium now? It's 67. It's still 67. Okay, maybe I will upgrade at some point. You can pay. I didn't get it on the whatever on their major discount. You can pay 67 a month. I'm paying monthly for the other automation stuff, so I don't need TradingView anymore. So I just have the plus. The plus plan. So yeah, if you want to get crazy degen backtesting, then do that. I kind of do it. I also kind of do it to prevent myself from going down a rabbit hole and wasting time because I just want to follow the strategies on the AI. Bro, all the lights I just did 2 strategies. Just go back in the live stream. Or I don't know if you can. It'll be on YouTube. That's what I literally just did. I took this CL strategy here. This CL strategy here. I just followed these steps 1, 2, 3, 4. And then here you go. It's on TradingView now. Except I don't pay for premium. You would think since we are the number 1 indicator of all time on TradingView and the number 1 followed account on TradingView that TradingView would give us some free accounts for the company. Would be nice, but we don't get free accounts. I have to pay my own way. Just like the rest of you, I have to pay my own way. So I'm not wasting $68 a month on TradingView. I'll pay the 30 just so I can show you guys how to replicate it. So we can get, you can get any, it's not just one strategy. You can get whatever strategy you want. Bitcoin, gold, NQ, Ethereum, Solana. Market strike, it comes down to how the performance is doing. I would just watch it. Like, I didn't even need to update the NG strategy. Like, if this one was in a short. It actually had a great short today. I stopped that trade. It kind of comes up to you, man. I'm gonna have it go until I start seeing it potentially have more losing trades than winning trades. You can also pay attention to how the market is trading, right? So if I go to like CL on the daily, right? If I have a CL strategy, I can see that it's been downtrending for a minute, right? And so like now it's starting to uptrend. If this starts uptrending and the ICL strategy that I have going on now starts failing, And what I mean by failing is like you see maybe a change in max drawdown, or you see like the win rate, like over the past 5 trades, like your win rate's dropped or something. You'll know, you'll get a gut feeling, and you'll see that, like, you know, the trades aren't doing what they did the week before or something. Then switch it out. That's what I would recommend. Is you'll know when you see the account trading. Another thing is if there's no growth in the account's just trading back and forth, or if there's no growth on a specific strategy, and it's trading back and forth. That's why, like I always say, I suggest finding ones that have like 50 trades or 100 trades. The other thing you can look at is if you type in, you know, VIX, right? This is the SP. Or you look at any volatility index, and you see the volatility and how it's changed based on what you're trading. So for the SP 500, you know, it's been pretty steady in the 15s and the 14s here. So the volatility is pretty nice there. So like, because the volatility is greater, the price action is going to be a little bit more aggressive. Obviously, be insanely aggressive up here. But if it's performing, like when the volatility is at this level, then, you know, I know that the market conditions right now are pretty average. Like this is at the lows. Market conditions right now on ES are pretty average. So if it's performing in a pretty average market, then and pretty average volatility, then you're probably fine. When you see it spike though, when you get these spikes, that's when your risk increases, usually, because the price is moving twice as fast. So pay attention to volatility. That's a super important gauge, and there's volatility indexes for almost everything, really. The VIX is just a good one to monitor, because usually that's kind of a good measurement. I have Ultimate, but the entire history is still not working. What do you mean? Ultimate on oh, I think I know what you're doing wrong. What you need to do is on the backtester here, delete, you see this unit TS, this right here, delete and unit TS. Delete that on all of the conditions here. Delete that, okay? And it's all in the docs as well, by the way. It is in the documentation. It should tell you in there. So make sure you read them docs. I know I'm not very good at reading docs either. I don't usually. And it should work for you. Let's see, what time is it? I think we'll be on for another 10 to 15, my friends. Man, yeah, I gotta get. If a 1 minute has 100 volume, what does the volume represent? What do you mean? What you talking about? Oh, you're talking about on the VIX? I don't worry about the volume on the VIX. Just worry about the measurement, right? 15. If you're talking about the VIX there. Can you help me? Why not Webhook and Lux AI don't work for Wonder Trading regards? It comes down to the payload, my friend. So go to the Wonder Trading documentation. Sorry. This Webhook trade. Usually they'll give you the payload they need, and then you just replace the indications there. Like I said though, please just bear with me, please. I am going to have videos for all of these third parties. We're going to have one for 3 commas coming out soon. We already have templates for that. And then Wonder Trading as well. I'm going to make one for that because I think they're going to be a really good one to automate with. So just bear with me. We will help you figure it out, I promise. Again, we launched this in November. You got to give us time to make sure we figure out everything and what platforms work really well, right? You have to understand with webhooks, webhooks opens up the world to, opens up our platform to control really anything. Like Zapier. Zapier, if you've heard of N8N, you can, with webhooks, I can control anything. I could create a Bitcoin strategy that with a webhook with a webhook when Bitcoin enters a trade and makes a profit, it could text your ex-girlfriend and say, "Ha ha, I made it, loser." Like you could, that's how advanced webhooks can get. So like if your ex-girlfriend, that's a good way to get back at your ex-girlfriend. If she left you because she thought you were a loser and you're like, this day trade thing's never going to work out. Well, you could then set up an automated system for when LuxAlgo AI takes a trade and it hits profit, it could send her a text every time and be like, haha, I just made eight grand, loser, or whatever you want it to say. You know what I'm saying? You could do some fun stuff like that. That's the capabilities of what webhooks can do. Do you have any planned XAU for next week? She left me for my brother. Then you can have it text her and your brother. Gosh, take it. You can have it text her and your brother. That'd be great. Again, the integrations are endless with webhooks, so you have to give us time to map out the best ways. Maybe we'll have a girlfriend ex-girlfriend template. Oh man. Should I connect Top Step with Project X or Tradovate? Tradovate. Did they go back? Did Top Step go back to Tradovate? If they did, good on them, man. Project X been terrible. Yes, you could backtest over many years if you want. I think it's pointless. There's no reason to backtest over years. Absolutely no reason. Not with this technology. I don't really trade prop firms anymore, not since we launched this. It's been a minute. What is my account? There it is. What is this? This is the new and improved LuxAlgo AI. You can set up automated strategies to trade from our AI. Lazaro said, why do you think that? Because now you don't have to worry about how a strategy is done in the past. You just have to worry about how a strategy is doing right now. So there's no reason to have to backtest. Because like if you have a strategy that is not, let's say it's not performing how it performed in the past month, I can go and ask for a new Bitcoin strategy. It's just going to give me another one that's performing right now. Because do you care to trade? Like, are you trading the past? No. The market's literally changing every day. The market's changing every day. So you want a strategy that is working in these market conditions. Not that's worked in 22 or 20 or 19 or 15. Won't this bring a big influx of traders? That's, that is a worry, right? That is definitely a worry. You never know. The nice part is we're the first to offer it. Maybe in 15, maybe in 10 years, it would have to be something to where, see, it's funny. It's so funny how things evolve. It's funny how technology evolves, because something like this launches, like our AI here, luxalgo.com/chat, go check it out. Something like this evolves, and you have people that pretty much everybody doesn't believe it's legit. They don't think it's real. So that kind of creates, a slow transition, which is nice. But yeah, if you took the population of traders, not investors, if you took the population of traders right now and you gave them this exact system, they all use this system and use different strategies because we offer 10 plus million strategies here. It would be interesting to see what would happen because you could have a bunch of bots just trading against each other. That's when it could get a little crazy. But the market is being traded by so many different style. Like I don't know how to say it. So many different styles, right? There's manual traders. There's auto traders like ourselves that's trading very small volume, and then there's the big hedge funds that are constantly facilitating millions of dollars through the markets. So it's like, yeah, if all retail hopped on this at one point, then over a probably a few month period, it'd get a little weird. Who knows what would happen? I couldn't tell you. Like, it would just be everybody would be coming back and trying to find the next strategy that's outperforming the other bot, right? So it's like, but the nice part is because of the way technology evolves, at first everybody doesn't think it's real, so they usually slowly catch on over time. The nice part is you have me live here. I'm showing you how it's growing this account already. We're up to $1,500. We started at $1,000. Just automatically trading a few strategies, and it's done great. Today we're up $83 today, and it's doing good for me at the moment. So make sure you tune back into the lives and see the progress. Right, this is all brand new, launched in November for the capabilities of setting up strategies to automatically trade for you. So like you'll see day in and day out how my account's growing and how I'm updating which strategies that I'm trading. But yeah, it is an interesting concept. I've thought about it quite a bit, but I think it would take quite a while for that to be a thing. It took from $1,000 to $1,500. Let's see, this week alone. This week we're up $384. So it was probably less than a month. That's only trading one micro too. You guys don't have that's what this is, man. It's all strategies. It's all preset strategy. It is all automated, yes. If you want to try it out, go to luxalgo.com/chat. Make an account there. You get a few free chats. You don't have to automate. That's the other thing that I should probably touch on. To me, automation is so cool. Like, I think it's so cool. You don't have to automate. You can actually have these alerts just get sent to, like, I have a Discord, right? I have a personal Discord that's called LuxAlgo AI Alerts. It just sends them there. If that strategy sets up, I could, go on my chart, check it out, and be like, okay, I like it, I don't like it. I could do that. You could also have it sent to your email as well. But why do that when I can just have it auto trade? Like, that's what I like. How do you know that a strategy is not working anymore and that it isn't just a drawdown? Multiple losses, right? If you see like multiple losses over a short period of time, that can be the case. You don't inevitably know, really. You kind of gotta play it. You gotta play it by ear. Like, you need to go back, look at the stats. Has it had multiple losses in it? If it did, what was the biggest drawdown? Did it create a new max drawdown? Usually if it creates a new max drawdown, that's a good sign to switch it up. Or just watch your account. If your account's kind of trading sideways a bit, because a lot of the strategies, when a market is shifting, if like this Bitcoin strategy is doing great right now and it keeps doing great, it keeps having a small loss, having a big win, you're seeing that growth in your account. If at some point, usually when a market is shifting, right, it's changing how it's trading, right? This strategy is going to slowly change with that market. Overnight, It would be maybe a very rare scenario, but of course, this is investing, this is trading. There's always risk to lose it all, right? That would be, in my opinion, that would be a very, very, very rare case, like 1 in a trillion, not a trillion, maybe 1 in a billion, 1 in a million. But overnight, it's not just going to, have a huge loss if you have one of these systems that actually has a little bit of a complex entry condition. But you would probably you'll see the strategy. There's a few that I have. Let's see. I'll show you. It's actually quite nice. It should. Here you go. This is a good example. You should see it kind of plateau. It's not necessarily just gonna start it's not gonna peak, right? It's not gonna go up and then just start driving down. Now there could be some that do that, but if it's had a decent curve like this Bitcoin, don't ignore that one. Like this Bitcoin one, and it's shown good growth. Usually when a strategy starts underperforming, you'll know. And it's good to note as well your statistics when you first set it up. Note those statistics. Keep an eye on how the win rate's doing. So here you go. So, this is a rough example just because 71% or 71 trades. But, if you have an equity curve that's increasing like this, but then since November, notice it hasn't moved. It's just won and lost about the same amount. Hasn't moved like from its peak. The peak was 51K and it's down to like 45K. So you'll see that this year, when I see it start trading sideways, I'm just going to update it, right? I'm just going to go back, find a new strategy that's performing now. So you'll know. Trust me. You'll usually know. And you'll have enough time to switch them out. Can I share some success stories you've had with your own platform? I gave it. I have two strategies trading this $1,000 account. We're up $1,500 in less than a month. This other one, I have a few demo accounts running as well. This demo account here has been trading since December. It's been trading gold since December. And it is up $3,300. That one's done very well. Those are really the only two I've been keeping an eye on right now. This one here has been trading an ES strategy that I think it was doing good for a while. Then I had like 6 strategies trading it. I think this was the only one that's been back and forth. This one had a bigger loss at 342. But if you go back to that strategy, you'll see it was dying off pretty quickly there. But it also comes down to how you treat your risk, right? Because on a $1,000 account, I don't want to be trading, minis. I want to be trading micros. If I'm trading forex, you got to make sure the quantity you're trading makes sense for how much you're investing. Why only 1K? Because I feel like that's the average amount people would be willing to put into something like this. Something realistic, right? I don't want to, if you put in like 10K or something and had it trade, sure, I could probably run up, I'd be up, 5K or whatever if I had the risk I wanted. But for the average retail person, somebody's, if you're going to pay for an instant funded account, you're paying around anywhere from $300-400 to $600, right? So it's that's just to me, that's the average amount that people would like to see. It would be cool to see growth off of having a $1,000 account turn into a 10K account would be way cooler for the average trader, especially people that are new, because we have a lot of new traders that come across our website in these live streams, versus somebody, if I just throw in 10K and then have it grow a 10K account. I mean, either way, if I threw in 10K to trade, I would more than likely, the risk would be way less, but it's not as cool to see a 10K account grow versus a $1,000 account. It could be any size account, man. Can you show the strategy you have for either MNQ or NQ that has been profitable since December. Probably smart to watch time of day. It would perform. There needs to be rules. You can't rely on you'll know. The rules would be like when you start to see it outperform the statistics. The rules are different for each strategy. If this win rate dips, I could switch the strategy. Like, it's up to your risk. It's up to what you're willing to, like, there's no set rules because every strategy is different. There's 10 plus million strategies with different statistics. It comes down to how that current strategy is trading. Somebody said, let me see. It depends on the market, man. There's no one, you don't know. It depends on how the market's trading. This strategy that I switched up yesterday. So this one here that I have running now on 6E, like this one could perform for the next 2 years. I have no idea. This one could do phenomenal. Like it, because like if the 6E, hold on, this is the euro. Like this is the same as euro USD. But if euro USD, let me just here. If euro USD stayed in a range like this for the next 5 years, did the exact same price action with the short-term trends, this strategy is going to keep performing. It's going to do phenomenal. So it comes down to how the market is trading. It has nothing to do with how long will it last. Because some of them can last, like this specific strategy on Tesla here has been running since 2014. Now, what you would need to do if you have a strategy like this, right? If you have one, if you find one that's been running that long, again, if you search for 1 hour strategies, you'll find ones that have been running over for years at a time. I like ones that are trading, that are working in this current market. That's just how I go about it. But like this one specifically, I need to make sure though, if I were to purchase Tesla, if I was to purchase Tesla back in 2014, right? How much would I be up today? That's a good question. Let's go search. If I purchased, purchase 1 share of Tesla stock in, let's see, September 2014, how much would I be up today? I'm going to search. I'm going to say search the internet to find out. I'm going to clarify to search the internet. Otherwise, it's going to try to... I want to compare the investment here. Right? The first. Let's compare the investment. This is when it comes... This is why I was saying, like, the past doesn't necessarily matter. Right? Now, there's plenty of strategies that have outperformed the market, but you want something that's outperforming the market now versus it's outperforming the market... or not outperforming since the beginning of time, if that makes sense. Beginning of the strategy. Let's see. So 1 share by date. Hold on. Did it? Does this include splits? I might have to go to normal ChatGPT. Did they split? That's where it's going to be. Laszlo, you can use it with some serious cash. Yes. Yes. But you have to understand, the amount that you have setting up for automation, you shouldn't. If I were to put 25K in and trade on this, I have to understand risk. I'm not going to go in here and put in 25K and have it trade max leverage. Like, that's what it comes down to. It's like, if you're going to, like, the only reason I have this trading 1 micro is because that's the best risk parameters. It's like less than 10%. Right? Less than 10%. You have to go into it thinking that. So here you go. So the current value of 1 share since 2014 would have been $6,500 if I were to have just bought Tesla in 2014. Right? Now I could maybe assume, from 2020, but this didn't outperform buying, the buy and hold, right? At some point, we'll probably have buy and hold statistics, but this wouldn't outperform the buy and hold. So this strategy, that's why I always say the long-term strategies usually don't outperform buy and hold. Majority of them don't really. I mean, there's some that do, but in my opinion, it's rare. Now, you guys are probably smarter than me. You can probably find ones that are better, but that's pretty much why I suggested find ones that are performing now. Do you provide advice on which strategy best suits each person? No, because it comes down to how you trade, really, or not how you trade. It doesn't matter how you trade because it's going to do it for you. It comes down to how these strategies are going to fit what you're willing to risk. You need to understand what you're willing to risk. If you want further back tests, there's multiple ways you can do it. If you want further back tests, I would recommend doing back tests on the 15-minute and the 60-minute. Resources. Hold on one second. All the information is on our documentation, okay? You can get way more So if you had a question, like how far back does the AI backtest? I can go to the docs here and talk to the assistant on the docs and say, how far back does it? So here you go. Based on search results, AI backtesting assistant uses 20,000 bars of historical data. That's why you're seeing a lot of the 5-minute strategies, right, go back to December or November. It's because it's only backtesting the last 20,000 bars, right? So that's why if you go to the 60-minute or you go to the 15-minute, it's going to backtest further, right? And that really comes down to processing power. It's processing millions of combinations of indicator features. So you got to think about the amount of processing power it would take to actually backtest, let's say 5-minute data from 2020. But I already told you that I promise you, regardless of how it did in 2020, doesn't matter, or compared to now, it really doesn't matter because of the technology of the platform. That's why it's so fun. It's so funny to talk to people about it because it's hard to comprehend why. And that's because of the technology of the platform. Or do we need to prompt the input settings? It uses all default settings of the premium indicators. Guys, I forgot. If you are interested in this, sorry, today's a Friday, so my brain's a little dead. If you're interested, make sure you go to LuxAlgo.com. We do have a 50% off sale going on right now. You can get full access to it to try it yourself and a 30-day money-back guarantee for $360 for the year. Make sure you get the ultimate plan. The premium doesn't offer the AI. That's just the indicators. The ultimate plan, unless you want to be a degenerate and you want to pay $100 a month, you're a little insane. But you could $360 for the year. I know a lot of you will spend that on a dang instant funded account. So save yourself that, and then get yourself a system that's going to auto trade for you without you having to stress about when's the best time to trade or go through the emotions of trading, because that's usually the biggest problem with new traders or people that are trying to discover their profitability. It's that emotional side, and with these strategies, you don't need that emotion. Yep. If also, though, I would recommend that if you want to see my personal setup and how to automate futures, I just posted a video today on our YouTube channel at LuxAlgo. If you go to the LuxAlgo YouTube channel right here, how to automate futures trading using LuxAlgo AI, Tradovate full guide. I will be posting one for forex trading and crypto trading as well once I figure out how I think the average person would want to set that up and which platform works best. But if you're savvy and you know how to read documentation, if you don't, please learn how to read. Just kidding. But no, seriously, if you don't know how to read, I don't know why you're here. So a platform like Webhook Trade can facilitate trades to MetaTrader. Another platform like Signal Stack can facilitate trades to all these major forex platforms, as well as MetaTrader. And then I use Traders Post for facilitating trades to my Tradovate. But like I was saying, if you're tech savvy, you can figure it out yourself within the documentation of like Webhook Trade or any of these other platforms. 3 commas is another one if you want to look into crypto. I would recommend for crypto, if you wanted to do crypto strategies right now and you are in the US, it's a little bit harder. You would have to find strategies to only trade long positions for spot, or you just have it trade the Bitcoin futures. We discovered yesterday that Tradovate actually offers the perpetual nano futures through Coinbase, which is nice. So you can trade those actually through Tradovate now, which is really sick. Do you use... Dude, we always get new people in here. They're like, do you use the stuff you build? It's like, yes, absolutely. I literally right now have this live account being auto traded by the LuxAlgo AI. You get the indicators with the ultimate subscription. All right, guys, I think we're going to call it there. It's an hour 50 in. Appreciate you tuning in. We'll see you guys on Monday. Tune in, man. Tune in every day to see. Let's see see how this account grows. If you haven't already, though, and you want to be in the chat with us, make sure you join the Discord. It's absolutely free. Just go to discord.gg/lux or Google search LuxAlgo Discord. It'll be the first link on Google. In here, if you do sign up for the Ultimate plan, make sure you join the Discord, and then under Ultimate Laboratory, which you have to sign up for the Ultimate plan. You can get it right now for $350, $360 for the year, or you can pay $100 a month. That's entirely up to you. But again, that's an absolute steal, not having to suffer paying that monthly cost. Now, from there, though, you will get access to the Discord channel that is the AI chat. I'm going to be in here a lot, chatting with people on strategies and keeping you updated on the strategies that I have set up as well, trading on my live Tradovate account. So make sure you do join the Discord. If not, if you don't sign up but you want to join the Discord, you can still do that. There's a lot of free sections in the trading area, and you can also send me a message. I'm happy to chat with any of you guys. Bear with me because a lot of people send me messages. Just click my name there, Jacob, send me a message. I'll try to get back to you. Say, hey, I saw you on the live stream. That I'll usually reply to those first. If you say something about, oh, you know, I want to learn more from the live, happy to chat with you in there, or just click my name and send me a message. But yeah, besides that discount that you can get now, again, 50% off, $360 for the year, and then you're locked in. You don't have to worry about spending another dime for the AI. You do have to have a third party, though, to facilitate the trades for the time being, and I use Traders Post. You can get a discount using the code LUX. All the links are actually in the description of this live stream on YouTube, and will be in the description of the YouTube video I posted as well. But use that code LUX to get a discount. And you can connect any of these brokers to it to trade. If you're outside the U.S., you can get some pretty cool strategies with crypto. I would not use Traders Post for crypto if you're outside the U.S., though, because they do not offer side swapping. They don't offer side swapping or shorting. So I wouldn't recommend doing that for crypto. I would use something like Wonder Trading or 3 Commas, which is we already have templates for in the documentation. But yeah, besides that, make sure you check out the YouTube. There's going to be videos uploaded there a lot. And from there, you'll be able to, learn a lot more about the AI and join the Discord. Obviously, it's free. You can chat with me. Hey, we got another alert on the ES strategy, which that's the one that was underperforming. But yeah, so stay tuned in the streams to see how we grow this account. It'd be really cool if my goal at the end of the year, if it goes at the rate it's been going, is to hit that 10K mark. So it'd be really cool to have a $1,000 account turn into a 10K account through full automation. So appreciate you. And yeah, tune in on Monday and we'll see you guys there. Yeah, if you have any questions, like always, the Discord. I think I said that like 10 times. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go eat, and yeah, let's have fun in the Discord chat. Let's work together to find the best strategies and the best, ones to trade together, and learn what the capabilities of this platform can do. All right, guys, I will see you Monday. Peace. Make sure to get that sale though, 360 for the year.